Alright, this is Selena Wong from Fighters.com with Mike Swick at AKA.
How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
What are your thoughts today?
No, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, we're getting flooded with media and, a lot of questions about what's going on, and there's a lot of misconceptions out there, and, basically it's just a difference of opinion between people, but, I'm not against my teammates, I mean, we're not against each other, we're training hard and we're preparing to fight. My stance with the UFC has always been the same, I appreciate where I'm at and where I've gotten in my career, and they've always taken good care of me, and I do the same for them, and if they ever need anything, I'm always there for them, and my management, they understand that, and they know that when the UFC needs me, I'm there for them, and vice versa. So nothing changed as far as that's concerned, and I haven't had any issues with the UFC. Zinkin and Bob Cook and all my teammates, everyone's in agreement that we all have our own opinion of what's best for our career and what we should do, and they know my stance with the UFC, and it's always been the same. So, that's why I'm excluded from this situation, because other people, my other teammates had difference of opinions, and it's caused this whole thing to blow up. But, I'm not involved with that, and it's nothing like we're against each other, I mean, we just have the freedom to have our own opinion and where we feel we are and what we deserve and stuff, and I'm with the UFC on what they need from me, and vice versa, and I've always had a good relationship, and I'm happy with them, and my management accepts that, and they agree with it. So that's it's so simple, but now I'm getting calls that I'm against my team, and that am I going to be moving out of the gym, and I'm getting all these calls from it's just crazy that how it's getting all misconstrued, but that's the simple facts of it, Yeah.
How has the reaction from your teammates been?
Well, I mean, it's obviously, one of my teammates got cut out of the UFC, well, two of my teammates got cut out of the UFC, and, two more are, on treading on the water. They don't know really what's going on, and I don't know what their opinions are, if they're going to change, and how they're going to take on the UFC, but I'm just staying out of it, I mean, we're all individual, this is an individual sport, we're a team to help each other, but you have to make decisions based on where you're at in your career, the situations and relationships that you've had with the UFC and you've had with people, because no one else has had that. No one else knows my feelings toward UFC and UFC's feelings towards me. We're all different in that aspect. So when it comes to situations where, the UFC comes in and then, they want me to be a part of something big or whatever, they think of me and they help me out and I help them out, and it's just been always the same, and my management knows that, and I just think that, not everyone was on the same page on this issue, and that's why this whole thing happened. But, I'm not against my teammates, I mean, they're making the decisions which is best for them. I'm making the decision that's best for me, and like I said, I'm just appreciative to be where I'm at, I'm happy to be able to be a fighter. I've been in the sport for 11 years, a lot longer than most anyone that's here right now. And I know what I expected from the sport when I got into it, and I know that it's far surpassed what I expected. When I got into the sport, it was banned. There was, the top guy was making like 20 grand a fight, 30 grand a fight, and that was it. And it's far surpassed that, and I'm just appreciative to be here. I'm appreciative to have the opportunities to be in the UFC and have my 9th fight coming up, and I just want to stay on the same as I've been, and fight hard and win fights, and only worry about that and not get caught up in all the other stuff.
Yeah. Did the UFC come to you with the same offer?
There's just a bunch of things, and it doesn't really matter. It's no particular offer or nothing like that. It's just a relationship that you have with the UFC, and I think that's another thing. A lot of people are thinking it's just one thing or this or that. It's just your take on the UFC and your relationship, and what they've asked of you and what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. It's a bunch of things, and there's no specific issue. That everything that the UFC comes with for me in the past so far, I've been cool with, and it's like they've helped me, and I want to help them as well. So it's nothing that I've never told them no, that I didn't want to do something, and that's PR, that's anything, and so as far as the other guys and their situations, I don't want to get involved, because I don't know what their situations are. I don't know what their relationships are with the UFC in particular, personally, so I can only speak for myself. And my relationship's really good with the UFC. It's always been good with UFC, and like I said, I'm just appreciative to be where I'm at, and we all were given opportunities throughout our whole career to make decisions of what we want to do. That's what our managers is. They never tell us to make decisions. They just let us make our own decisions, and they know my stance with anything that comes in with UFC. I'm going to be supportive, and I'm going to do whatever they want, and that's kind of what happened.
So you've been in contact directly with Dana White?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're always in contact with Dana White when you fight with the UFC. I mean, he always stays in contact, and like I said, we have a good relationship.
Right.
So.
What do you think about how the UFC approached John Fitch about the situation? Because I haven't talked to him personally yet, but I read.
Well, the situation is I don't know all the details, you know, and like I said, I can't really. It's none of my business. All I can talk about really is how my relationship is with the UFC, and you know what I've agreed to and not agreed to or whatever. But you know, I don't know if John's even talked to Dana. I don't know if he's talked to the UFC or if it's just been through the management or what. But I don't feel like I'm really qualified to speak on their behalf. You know, I feel like I'm in the mix enough for someone who's just, you know, all I'm doing is agreeing with everything, training hard. I want to win fights, make money, and live my dream, which is what I feel I'm doing. And I don't want to change that, you know. And I'll support my team, and I want to train and fight, and you know, we all help each other, but we all have our own opinions, and I don't want to get involved with anyone else's opinion, because you know, I basically only have my own, you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for your thoughts. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.